What's good, Black Star Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jared. Y'all, today we're going to be looking at a video from brother Jeremy Hill. Now, let me actually change this shit up. I'm changing it back to the damn Black Star LLC logo. But a lot of people didn't know this about Trump. And what I'm about to play for you is actually something quite unique. But let's go ahead and get it.
Ice Cube, the entertainer, and soon-to-be President-elect Donald Trump, Platinum Plan. They have teamed up to come up with a plan that will put more capital in the black community and help black people in America. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to play a short clip of Donald Trump announcing this plan, and then I'm going to play Ice Cube, and then I'm going to actually give you the Platinum Plan. I'm going to read it out to you because I actually have it. I'm going to read to you the portion that I think is most significant, okay? So hold on for 1 second as I get it for you, all right? We're going to go in that order. Hope y'all doing all right today. All right. Let's get it.
And I'm here today to announce a brand new plan to deliver more opportunity, more security, more fairness, and more prosperity to black communities. We call it the Platinum Plan. Platinum Plan. And that's a contract with black Americans, and it's going to be something that people talk about for a long time to come. If you vote Republican over the next 4 years, we will create 3 million new jobs for the black community. Open 500,000 new black-owned businesses. Increase access to capital in black communities by $500 billion. Build up peaceful and safer urban neighborhoods with the highest standards of, and you know this, of policing. We want the highest standards. We have.
You know, something crazy. And somebody said it in Jeremy's comment section. But if you really want to think about it, everything that's going on that happened when it came down to how Biden got elected and stuff, if you really look at it, Biden never had a conversation with Ice Cube about the plan for black America. Now we have Trump, and now Trump's trying to enact it now when it gets in. Now, we gonna see, but the fact of the matter is that we have never seen a Democratic politician ever do this before. And I want you to understand something also about this too. Trump did a lot for black people before we even thought it, before we even knew. I never knew. But Jeremy's going to talk about it here in this video.
We have to have highest standards of policing. Bring even greater fairness to the justice system. We did criminal justice reform. We remember that. Even greater, we will create a national clemency project to right wrongful prosecutions and to pardon individuals who have reformed their life.
Now, we all know as black people, especially black Americans, that we have a hard time getting loans and stuff like that. I ain't saying nobody else doesn't have that type of problem, but we sure as hell do. So I'm going to let Ice Cube talk about the capital problem, then we'll get into other things with the Platinum Plan. So I'm going to let these gentlemen talk first, and then I'm going to come in with my, my commentary. You know how I get down. 1 second as I put it on your screen, y'all. And I'm glad to see that Ice Cube is not just a rapper who forgot about the community, that he's actually trying to do something and effect change. Let's get it.
There's a big problem in this country with the financial banking system and black people and our access to capital. You know, I know that when it breaks down, we have, 13 to 15% of the country trying to live off of half a percentage of wealth, 0.05% of wealth. So that's an issue. That's a problem. We have to have access to capital so we can do cool things for South Central. If we drove one past one of those lots, and a guy that lived there wanted to put a store up. He just couldn't get a loan because of his zip code. Now, guys from outside the area, they can come in and they can get a loan and put that store.
That's true. Like people from their own community, because they live within a certain zip code, would not get accessibility to funding or seed funds or any type of capitalism. But someone that is on the outside of the zip code from a different community can come into the black community, tear down everything that's ours and build what they want there and remove our community. You get what I'm saying? I think it's called gentrification. I'm not too sure. I think that's what it's called, you know, and that's something that black people have been dealing with for decades, if not hundreds of years. You get what I'm saying? So I'm glad that he's using his platform to actually express that. You know what I'm talking about? So let me go ahead and continue.
Store up, and that has to change.
How do people live in this state who aren't making a lot of money?
I mean, things are so expensive. Houses that used to cost, like my father, I think he bought his house 47 grand, maybe. And now it's worth 650.
The house you grew up in?
The house I grew up in. It's worth $650,000.
And that's in South Central?
South Central, yeah.
In the hood, a house costing over $500,000.
Yeah.
Huh. So the middle class has shrunk in this state?
Without a doubt, or left.
I agree with that. It seems like to me the way that the climate is, they're trying to eliminate the middle class, that they just want to have rich and poor. The middle class, the upper middle class, and the middle class is shrinking. It's really shrinking. You have more people who are impoverished. That group of people is growing. You got more people who struggling to make ends meet, struggling to pay their bills. That group is growing, as well as the rich people. Their group is growing. But the upper middle class and the middle class is shrinking. You get me? Look at inflation. And then when inflation goes away, something else come along, recession come along. When recession goes away, something else come along. They used to have a depression back in the day. You know, all this stuff, there's always something attacking the upper and middle class, and it's causing it to shrink.
You know, they definitely shrunk, and we have a lot of people leaving the state.
Think about it. Every time there's a recession, the rich get richer. Every time there's an inflation, the rich get richer. Think about it. If they hired you during the progression, or whatever they call it, when it comes to the progression of the community, when they hire you, they're making money because they can get more productivity. In a recession, you got all these taxes that are getting thrown around, and also they gotta hire less people or fire people. So that puts money back in their pockets. Then inflation, they're getting money from the government and all sorts of other things. So whether you think about it or not, whether you like it or not, people are getting hired and fired. It doesn't matter. They still making money. Remember when COVID hit? Companies were still making money. Oh yeah, they was making a bunch of money. They was making billions of dollars because of the tax incentives that the government was giving. Because of the money that the government, the PPP loans for corporations and companies. Oh yeah, they was getting money. To deal with the shutdowns, they will lay you off, pay you a minimum wage or pay you a minimum salary for unemployment, while them and their investors kept their money. Think about it. And the fact of the matter is that Ice Cube was willing to talk to Biden and Harris. We ain't heard nothing else about the black plan from 2020 anymore. We didn't even hear about it through Biden's presidency. Nobody got anything. No black person got anything. And the fact of the matter is that they was trying to shame you back into voting them, which is surprising to me. But now this plan is about to get implemented with Trump. That's crazy. And for the people that are saying that Trump is racist and stuff, I'm starting to kind of want to challenge that, because we didn't hear about anything about Trump being a racist until Trump started running for presidency back in 2016. That's when all of it started, like 2014 or 2015, when Trump announced that he was about to start running for a race. That's when everything started going haywire, talking about Trump's a racist. But I want you to watch this.
Because they just can't afford it.
If you were running the state, wouldn't that be a big concern for you?
Yeah, I think it's a major problem, because you not only have people leaving, you have industries leaving. You know, Tesla, they just put up a plant in Texas, so
Yep.
they left California, and many big companies have left California.
Yeah, he's telling the truth. Now let me put the plan up. Excuse me right quick, y'all. Pardon me for that cough. Now, this is the platinum plan. All right, let me make my little thing a little smaller so y'all can read it with me. Give me a moment.
Matter of fact, let me pull it up on my end too. Trump's platinum plan. Let's pull it up. So, this is the platinum plan from Trump. Okay. So let's read it before Jeremy reads it. The platinum plan, President Trump's pillars: opportunity by achieving historic level employment levels for Black Americans, as well as increasing access to capital for new businesses. President Trump has been committed to ensuring all Black Americans can achieve the American dream: security. By signing into law the celebrated First Step Act, President Trump has brought common sense criminal justice reform to American people for the first time in decades, while assuring that our streets and communities are safe for families and business owners. Prosperity. As the first president to provide long-term funding to HBCUs and HBCUs, this administration continues to seek important and immediate and generational achievement for Black Americans. Fairness, as demonstrated through his actions to indicate investment. Hold on, let me fucking zoom in a little bit. Okay, never mind. To initiate investments into opportunity zones, as well as address health disparities, wage gaps, and necessary education reform. President Trump works every day to advance a fair and just America for the Black community. So this is his promise. 3 million new jobs for the Black community, create 500,000 new Black-owned businesses, increase access to capital in the Black communities by almost $500 billion, not million, billion with a B. Increase access to capital in Black I just read that. Safe urban neighborhoods with highest policing standards. So what that means is more. I'm going to say this, probably more training. Commit to working on the Second Step Act, access to better education and job training opportunities, give Black churches the ability to compete for federal resources for their communities. This one right here I disagree with, because the Black churches are bought and paid for by the Democratic Party. bring better and tailored healthcare to address historic disparities, immigration policies that protect American jobs, which we need because if you really think about it, the migrants that are coming in are taking black jobs. They're not taking white collar jobs for white people. They're taking our jobs. Or the jobs we typically go towards. Advance home ownership opportunities, enhance financial literacy in the black communities. Onshoring manufacturing to advance jobs and develop opportunities for black-owned businesses. So what that means is, and say for instance you want to start manufacturing something like robots, computers, or anything like that, this plan will help you. But for us, this is more of a plan than what we got from Biden or Harris. To be honest with you.
Please. Oops. So I'm not going to read the entire Platinum Plan. If you really want to know about it, look it up for yourself, and you should be able to understand what's in it. Now, the Platinum Plan pillars: opportunity, security, prosperity, and fairness. Okay, that's cool. Now, let me go to the other part. This is what I want y'all to see. Excuse me. This is the promises. All right? I ain't trying to tell you.
Okay, I just read that.
To be against Democrats and I'm not trying to do any of that, but I'm just speaking facts. Why did it take another man who don't even look nothing like me to work with a rapper to try to devise a plan that can help the black community? You tell me that. You just tell me that. Now, I got more for you. You know how I get down. What I'm going to do now is deal with this whole thing about him being a racist. I think a lot of you know that he's not, but I know there's still those who believe that he is. And I'm going to tell you the reason why a lot of these people believe that, because what he has done with and for people of different colors other than black people, but what he has done for black people, no one speaks about. So I'm going to give it an opportunity so you can hear some of the things he did. I bet a lot of you did not know. I'm going to let him say it first. Then I'll get into it. Let's get it.
Nelson Mandela and 80 of his constituents were trying to come to the United States.
Yeah.
The United States government wasn't helping him. No one was helping him. You chartered a 727 plane for their...
You hear that? I'm going to back it up. Nelson Mandela, one of the biggest icons in black culture, basically, if you want to say that. The American government wouldn't help him. Nobody would help him get back when he got freed from prison. But you know who did help him get back here? A white man.
You know, that's crazy. And actually, let's look up this bit of information right here. When did Donald Trump become a Republican? Hold up. When was Donald Trump a Democrat? Because Trump was actually a Democrat. Donald Trump was once a registered Democrat and party donor. Like, hold on. Watch this. First, Trump registered as a member of the Republican Party in 1987, but records shows records show that since then he's changed his party affiliation 5 times. In October '99, he joined the Independent Party of New York. Not long after that, he declared himself a potential candidate for the Reform Party presidential nomination for the year 2000. The Independent Party of New York at that time state affiliated with the National Reform Party. But after just 4 months, Trump withdrew from the race. So then in 2001, he became a Democrat and remained one for 8 years. And then, so in a 2004 interview with CNN, he said that in many cases he identified more as a Democrat than a Republican. It seems like that the economy does better under the Democrats than the Republicans, he said. And this was in 2000. This is in 2004. It shouldn't be that way, but if you go back, I mean, it seems like the economy does better under the Democrats. Certainly, we have some good economies. We have had some very good economies under Democrats as well as Republicans, but we've seen really bad disasters under the Republican Party. Despite his praise for the Democrats, Trump returned to the Republican Party in 2012 and has remained a member since. So let's look at the timeline. 87, he was a Republican. 99, he was an independent party of New York. 2001, he was a Democrat. 2009, he was a Republican. 2011, unaffiliated voter, so he's an independent. 2012, Republican again. 2015, announced that he was running for president. And in 2016, he became the 45th president. So, 2001 to 2012, he was a Republican. He was a Democrat. So my question is this. For everybody that's saying that Trump is a racist or Trump is a racist pig or a bigot or all this shit, they never actually looked up Trump's party affiliation. And the fact of the matter is that he's donated to a lot of Democrats within his tenure. A lot of them. Even the people that are trying to disparage him before he became president in 2016. Before he was announced that he was a Republican in 2009, he had donated a lot of money to them. And I believe he donated to Trump. I believe he donated to Obama. I believe so. Wait a minute. Let me go back to the site. Hold up. Let me reopen that. Hold up. Yeah, let me reopen that. Hold up. He donated. Hold up. So he donated $9,000 in total to then California Attorney General campaign in 2011. And honestly, I'm gonna say this: the way that everything has been going. Hold up. Oh, wow. I don't know. It just seems like the way that the Democratic Party is gone so far left, it's just like it's already touching right or extreme left. It's like, because it's like, you can tell the difference between the party from 2012 to now. Now is the party of, we don't know what a woman is. Hell, Ketanji Brown Jackson still can't tell you what a woman is, even though she a woman and got kids.
Donald J. Trump. I mean Trump. I almost had Trump. My bad. Donald J. Trump. I'm drinking, y'all. Forgive me. He helped the black man. I know a lot of you don't want to hear that, but it's factual. You can ask whoever, you know what I mean, whoever was a part of that, or you can look it up for yourself on Google. A white man did that. And I'm not no dude that kiss white people, but I give credit what credit is due. If he would have been black, I would have said a black man did it. If he would have been Mexican, I would have said a Mexican did it. But it was a white man who did this. The one that you keep saying don't like black people. He did this. Let's keep going.
Nelson Mandela and 80 of his constituents were trying to come to the United States.
Yeah.
The United States government wasn't helping him. No one was helping him. You chartered a 727 plane for their entire trip.
Yeah.
How is somebody, and it's crazy because you can talk about anything, and why is it hard for you to talk about the things you've done? It runs in your family. Your father helped build a synagogue. I mean, why do we not know those things?
It's something that I've never, I love doing it. I don't need praise for it. I don't, we all like a certain level of praise, but I've never, I just like helping people. I help a lot of people and I enjoy doing it and I never talk about it. It's nice that you bring it up. I also think it's not a narrative that the press likes talking about.
You know, the more and more, and I'm gonna say this, the more and more interviews if you actually watch that Joe Rogan interview with Trump, you actually can get an actual understanding of him as a person. Like, think about it. The left paints Trump as a bigot, as a racist, as all this different stuff, and as a misogynist and all this different shit. But because that's what they want to paint the narrative as. But if you actually step back and stop listening to the bullshit that they actually putting out on the media, and actually go and watch their interviews, watch the different things that Trump has actually, how many interviews he's actually had, and actually listen to the way he talks, he sounds like an idiot. Keyword is sounds like an idiot. Like when I'm talking, I ramble a lot, and I can admit that about myself. I ramble, but if you actually take a seat, and actually look back at what he's saying, he's actually giving you a lot of more information than what you're actually understanding. Because you think he's babbling and rambling on, you think he's stimming all this stuff. He's actually telling you, he's giving you an informed opinion. You just got to actually listen to him. But what I can also say about this, from the things that I'm hearing about this right now and about the stuff that he's done, he's more of a humble guy. Because the thing, if you think about it like this, if he wanted to be a jackass, and admittedly he said some shit that's wrong, and he's got some people that's running in this camp that's a little bit on the damn cuckoo side, but if you really actually if you actually really think about it, he doesn't throw shit in people's face. Him and Oprah were friends before he announced that he was running for the Republican running as the Republican nominee for the presidency. Him and Oprah were friends. She backstabbed him and then formed this opinion of him, and then people believe in this opinion of him. Now, like I said before, I don't like the guy, but that's because I didn't know much. Now that I'm listening to him, and I'm about to go I might actually rewatch that Joe Rogan Experience podcast with Trump, because there's a lot of key information in there, and he's actually quite intelligent if you ask me. And I'm not praising him or kissing his ass. I'm just giving you an actually honest opinion. I'm trying to keep it balanced over here. But there's a lot of things that the media doesn't want to talk about Trump, and they paint him in his negative picture, but they don't actually necessarily want to have an honest conversation about the people that they actually hang around with.
For me.
But I think it would help a lot of the American people who have been misled, I myself included. Now listen, I'm voting for you now because of the man you are, not just because of the policies. Because not every American will get the opportunity that I had to saw who you were backstage. And that's why I have this list. I mean, I have testimonials. We can't go through all because
I want to see them.
Now this was I had to dig deep.
I like that.
You donated $100,000 to raise dogs. You're not even a dog guy. Yeah. Explain that.
Well, that's Lara. So I have the wife of Eric, and she's a terrific person. You know, she's actually now a very big an important person in getting elected in the Republican Party. She comes from North Carolina. She loves the dogs, and I did that in her honor, actually. And if you listen to her, boy, dogs are treated very badly. They're, some evil people having to do even with dogs. So I did that for my daughter-in-law.
Now let me tell you something. If you don't know, when he was president, he signed something into law to where the HBCUs, the historic black colleges, can always get accessibility to money instead of always have to renew it and begging every 4, 5, 6 years. He signed into, and you can look it up. I did on one of my other videos before where I showed that it's facts. He helped the black people who trying to get educated, get careers and job education. But remember, y'all say he don't like black folk, but you look at everything he's doing, and next thing you know, you don't want to accept it. Now another.
And you know what? I can say this. I'm gonna say this. Listening to the way that Angela Stanton King talks about Trump because she pardoned him and she's actually had the chance to work with him. The way that she talks about him, the way that a lot of people that have come out that actually don't hate his fucking guts for some reason. The people that actually come out about and talk about Trump, they have a more broader experience with Trump instead of what the media is painting. Now, if we just one of these days ask Oprah about her friendship with Trump, she'll probably tell you that, oh, I don't fuck with Trump. She would probably say that. But if you look at it as a whole, and you actually listen to what other people are saying that's around him, there's a reason why Tulsi Gabbard became a Republican this race. There's a reason why Tulsi Gabbard became a Republican. Tulsi Gabbard was a Democrat. She announced not too long ago that she's going to be joining the Republican Party. And now she's a part of Trump's cabinet. And Tulsi Gabbard, I believe, is a Samoan woman. Vivek Ramaswamy. You have all these different people that are becoming a part of Trump's cabinet. Now, like I've said before, I don't necessarily agree with a lot of the shit that Trump has said or done. But the thing is, you can't take away the fact that the man ain't a damn demon like a lot of people say he is. He not. Who we have in the office now, they seem more like a demon because of the shit that they're speaking on and putting out there. Those people I can say are demons, but Trump, I can't say that because I don't see it. But anyways, guys, like, share, subscribe to the channel, support the podcast on Spotify.com. Oh, I'm about to cook Roland Martin's big football head. Oh yeah, I'm about to get on his ass. I'll see you guys next episode, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye, guys.